What is going on, everybody? McLaren's Peach World Champion coming at you. We're here with Law again, messing around with some more stuff, just because why not? We've got time to mess around with everything, and yeah, want to try out some more starter deck stuff. So we got our man X-Drake in here now, just because I think it'd be kind of fun with the coverage. So we got a Poo for 2 or less, we got X-Drake for 4 or less, and then we got X-Drake again for 5 or less for resting and stuff. And also too, try to get a little bit more, because I do like playing around Elephant Gatlin. So if needed, like some more synergy here with our starter deck cards and the new OP11 cards there. Do have one kid in here just because Law feels great. This deck feels really, really good, especially with being able to search for so much stuff now and being able to consistently find what we need. So I'm worried about like the mirror a little bit, because in the mirror, AT Kid is insanely strong. So being able, if you are in the mirror and you run Kid, it's kind of like a race to Kid. So if you get Kid set up, you're in a great spot. But outside of that, Capone, this card is insane. This card is so good with this deck. It's actually awesome. It protects the board pretty much, and not only that, like it refills our life, and he stays on the board once per turn. So your opponent tries to get rid of your Cavendish, your Law with whatever, it goes to your life instead of going to being removed from the field, and it's awesome. This card is sick. It really puts the deck together. And then yeah, outside of that, get the one restand Law again, because again, making those late game combos if needed is pretty nice. And yeah, outside of that, again, I feel like you still mess around with some stuff. Again, restand Law, even the Elephant Gatlin, X-Drake, obviously you got room to grow. If you want Light Kid more, you can run Kid. I'm back up to 4 Laws now, because now we can consistently try to hit Law back to back instead of, and then be more confident and consistent of like picking up other stuff if we need to send one to the bottom and stuff like that, so we can bring things back. But yeah, the deck feels awesome. I'm so excited. Again, the new cards we got are great. Capone, amazing card. This card is now one of my favorites in the game. I hope you guys get to test it out, because it's very fun and super satisfying when, especially late game, your opponent tries to remove stuff and they just can't. It's sick. All right, we got some Shanks action this time. So they won the little coin flip there, so they chose to go second. I have our loopy search, so we'll hold on to this and throw this down here. Grab Cavendish here. So we do have our plays to mess around with, which is nice. We just need to go from there. So they have stage as well here. I'll probably just drop Capone, so we can attack them 1, see what happens, and then we can drop Capone here. All right, cool. And then yeah, we can keep Capone and stuff up, and then yeah, probably take this one. All right, we get Kid. May try to play around this depending on, I guess, the state of the board and stuff like that. So, all right. They're leaving 2 up, so I assume to try to get rid of something here. So we can drop this down. Then we go Capone, take our top life here. It is a Kid and Killer. We will throw those guys there. So I'll bounce this back. We'll play this. We'll use card action. We'll bounce this back. Probably just replay the search, and then next turn go from there. Well, I could go here and here again, and then I have this to play out off in this. So we'll do that there. Out of our options here, I do have Kid. We already sent 1 to the bottom. There's Hody. We have Cav. I have a 2K. Unless I wanted to go back to back here and here. I guess we'd see. Might just grab another 2K. And then, all right, we'll attack them here. And, yeah, see what they do with the 2, I guess. So they just block that there. All right, cool. So they're at 6. And, yeah, this next turn, we can drop Law here. And that get things going there. So we're dropping down the red force. All right, and then we'll go no. I'll block with this here. And, okay. So we have 7. Actually, since we drew Bonnie, I come to play Bonnie, so we can freeze and force them into stuff there. Because I could play Capone off in the Cav, and we can do that there as well. So, all right, we'll drop this down. throw this here, throw 1 here. All right, we'll attack them 6 on 5 here. And then, yeah, this way we can have Capone. If they do have Ben Beckman, again, we're kind of chilling and don't have to worry about too much there. So, attack him here. Drop 1 down. They get rid of that there. All right, so we'll do this. Go Bonnie, freeze this, and then we have our new man Capone as well. So we can do that there. So Capone's chilling. Again, if they use Ben Beckman to get rid of any of these stuff, we're chilling there. But they're dropping the new big Shanks. All right. So kind of all right with that. We'll take this 1. All right, we get another Capone. Cool. And then we'll go no, and then I'll do this and this here. So we'll block both of those there. All right. Well, got plenty of stuff on the board here. I kind of want to just target this, try to get the rest of the cards on the other hand. Then if we knock them down, we'll be chilling. Because I have another law, but there's a lot of stuff we can do here because we have like all of our stuff, honestly. Because I also have Bonnie. I could just bounce this and replay as well. Because that might be the move, actually. And then go from there. So, alright, let me attack this. And then we'll just see what they have in hand and go from there. Alright, so they only got that already. So they're at 7. Alright, so we'll put 2 on Bonnie. We'll attack them 8 on 7. Alright, and then I'll put this here. I'll return Bonnie, so we have a search there. Alrighty. So we have both of these here. We have Capone. Drop another Capone at the end. So we're chilling there. So they're taking 1 at 7. I guess we'll just attack him again here for that there. And I'll, yeah, drop this. So we'll put another 2 on here. Attack him 8 on 7 again. Gets ourselves back here. Alright. Well, I mean, that kind of bails him out there, yeah? Well, so with them doing that, so I'm at 3, so I'd have to go 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can't do any of that, so kind of stinks, but what can you do? I guess I just play this, and then we could drop this. So drop this down, search for something fun here. We'll just drop this here and then do this here and call it good. All right. Well, a little unfortunate. I was going to try to knock them down to 1 so we could super set up for stuff, but it is what it is. Obviously, just going to not pay attention to the Shanks here too much. I guess I could have replayed Bonnie to freeze it on, but I'm kind of fine with whatever. So they're attacking there. We'll block here. And then we'll see what they do with the rest of the stuff. Because again, Capone protects our board, so we're chilling there. But I just need to poke him down because holding Bonnie here, we're in a decent spot. So we can do that as well. They're dropping Rayleigh. Okay, well, we get to use our card action. We'd send Cavendish to the top of our life and then refill there. So that works for us. Go no, and then I have this and this, so we'll just block here. All right. So they're leaving up 1. So they have this. I can do kind of either or here. I could just refill and then go from there. So we'll attack them here. All right, so they put that 1 there. All right, we'll drop this down, put this here, refill this 1 here. But then I just need to play 1 other one to kind of bounce things back. So with them there, I would have 2 with a Capone and then another Capone. I think that's probably our best play. So play that and play both of those out. All right, we'll just attack him here. See what happens. So I'm just going to freeze Guy here. So, all right, they do that. So drop this, cancel, return this, play this. We'll freeze their Shanks there. And then I have this here. We have both of these up, so I don't super need to drop this. So we could keep both of those there, have this and this. Play around with their stuff there. Yeah, game plan change. I'll just do that instead. So try to knock them down a little bit here. So they're going 5-on-5. I'll go no, and then we'll just block with this Capone because I have this one. So they're dropping the big Shanks. All right. Yeah, we can take our Cav back, and then pretty much just going for the game next turn. So it doesn't super matter too much here. So we would just block that there. All right. So everything's down 1. Okay, so we'll attack them 8-on-5. Alrighty, and then we'll attack them. All right, nothing else I got. They were bricked up in hand, but yeah, at least we got to see the new Shank card. But we're able to get our stuff and got to test out Capone's ability by sending Cav there. Because again, we now have, this is such a good counter to getting removal because it refills our life. So even if we lose down on the field, we at least get it back to our life, and then being able to chain that off with our 7-drop law makes it so much easier late game to get our life way back up and then not have to worry about like too much at all. All right, we got some Buggy action. No search in our, well, we have both of these actually. Never mind. I forgot Kid and Killer's a search now. So yeah, we'll keep this so we can roll both of them. Because if we can get, okay, we get both of our, all right, it wants us to test out the Kid and Killer stuff. Alrighty. Honestly, we can make it work with another Kid and Killer and Capone here. So we'll send our one kid to the bottom and then one of our laws there. So see what happens. See what they got here. Obviously, they're just loading up. All right, we'll go. Yeah, no there. I'm fine with taking this here. All right, we get a 7-drop law, which is perfect for us for later on. And yeah, we'll drop another Kid and Killer here. Out of the options here, what do I really want to get going, I guess? Because we have the Bonnie. Have a 2K. Honestly, probably just want to grab another 2K here. So we drop this, take one, throw this here. All right, we can do that. We can draw the Luffy, which is huge, so I can then just bounce this back instead. And then I can drop down Luffy. Probably grab Law here to make a, yeah, play around our stuff there. And I could utilize one of these potentially. So we could give it a try. So we can put the 2 on. We'll see what happens. Because I could bounce, yeah, one of these back and play one of this. So, all right, they're dropping down the Croc and Mihawk already. And into the Alvida. All right, if you have 2 more characters. All right, well, don't worry about this too much. Okay, well, I don't need to do either of these. So we'll go, yeah, no to both. Go no, and then I'll hold on to both of the bodies, so we'll just block here. So we can do that for now. And all right, so I'm here at 6. I could use this, and we rest this. And then we just target it with all of our stuff here. All right, so we can do this here. Use card action, rest that there. So that's down 1 on that. So I put 1 on Cav. We'll attack them at 7-on-5. See what they do. Because I'm not opposed to just loading up and trying to get cards out of their hand here. Because we can drop a Capone at the end. So again, they have to discard a card from their hand to do all that. So, all right. Fine with that there. All right, we'll just swing here then. And then I'll drop our blocker law. So we'll do this, use card action. I'll bounce this back. We'll play out the blocker Capone there. And okay, cool. And then now we can maybe make a play with our other Elephant Gatlin. If they attack here with stuff, I just might. Just to see what happens. Because obviously next turn we can go here and here if needed. So mess around with our stuff there. So they're dropping another Croc and Mihawk. They get rid of the 10-drop. Then they're dropping this Buggy. Trash one from your hand. All right, and then bringing out Mihawk. Okay. So they do all that. They're attacking me. Go, yeah, no, and then yeah, we can block this here to do that there, and all right, they're not doing anything with anything else. Okay, so they're gonna be at 9. I can just do we go Law into Bonnie and freeze one of their Dons so they can't play out like the 4 drop and then do the 5. I think that's probably our play there. So, and then even if they drop Buggy, we have this out so we can protect our board. So we can do that. Do this here, put 1 here. All right, and then we'll attack them here. 6 on 5. See what they do. All right, so they take 1 there. Drop this first. We won't be able to test the kid play. My apologies for that. Then we'll drop this down here. Leaves me with both of these again here. So I'll put another one here. Let's attack him again. 7 on 5 to again because of Mihawk blocker. So they do that. Grab a 2K. All right. So we can do this. Play Bonnie. Freeze a Don, and then we'll leave 1 for our Gum Gum Gatlin for that there. So. Put them on 8 so they can't drop a 4 cost that gets that +1 buff and then also use leader ability. So that's why I'm playing around the power of Bonnie here to do all that. So they drop the Alvita. All right. So on play, you get to draw 3 trash 2. And yeah, we get to mess around with stuff there. So I'll go on this one. We can go no. And then I'll block that there. And then we'll go no again, and then I'll block it again here. We'll see what they do. So they're putting 3 on. Well, perfect here. We can do this here. I can't, it doesn't, it's up to one of our leaders. Oh, I messed that up. Oops, I forgot his leader. Well, we goofed that up there, so unfortunate for us on that one. Well, we can just do... I'll attack him here and see what happens. But yeah, Bege got misplayed out of me. Whoops. And then drop this down. Oh, Hoodie would be pretty cool. The restand law. Don't super need right now. So I guess we'll just grab the Capone here. And then, alright, let me put this one here. And then I guess we just do this and this. So I'll drop this over this here. Throw that there, throw 1 here. And then that leaves us there. Alright, we'll attack him here, 7 on 5. See if we get a couple cards out of their hand. We'll see what happens. Okay, so they do that there already, and then I can just attack here. Because again, they have the 7 here, so it doesn't super matter. So they do that. So what do I want to do with our stuff here? Because I could do... I assume they can drop whatever. So I could just bounce this Bonnie back. And then we freeze one of these guys. So I'll bounce this back, we'll play this Bonnie, and then we'll freeze this guy here. Alright, so if they do play Buggy, again we have Capone. So it'll send one of our Supernovas to our life instead. We'll just do that. So, alright, they're doing the 5 there. Bringing in Buggy. Alrighty. We'll do that, use our card action. So we'll send, 1 to our life. So we can do that there. And then they're restarting or restanding everything there. So, alright. So they leave up 3. They're leaving leader. I mean, I feel like I'd just go for the game. If I attack them here, see what happens. So, yeah, I'll just attack here. So they take the 1 there. Okay. They have this. Alright, let me put 3 on. Attack them at 9 on 5. See what they got. Alright, so they do both of those there. Okay. Well, I could do math-wise. We could win with Capone because this isn't a blocker, right? So I'll do this here. Alrighty. We can attack him here. And then we can go for the rare Capone win. So put him on Capone and yeah, there we go. So leave an extra down there and yeah, get to showcase the power of Capone again. Obviously got to learn the new Buggy stuff a little bit better. But it is, again, messing around Bonnie, getting our board, and it is so, Capone is so good. Being able to just refill our life, even if they go for our big stuff, like getting an extra life out of the deal is awesome. And he stays on the board, which is so sick. I love this card. It's so, so good. And yeah, able to take one on Buggy here, even with them getting all their stuff out. So that's awesome.